Download the latest NSE 7_SDW-6.4 real dumps for your Fortinet NSE 7 SD-WAN 6.4 exam. It contains 35 questions and answers for you to practice so that you can pass your Fortinet NSE 7_SDW-6.4 exam successfully. You are guaranteed to clear your exam in the first try after studying Passert NSE 7_SDW-6.4 real dumps. Question 1. In the default SD-WAN minimum configuration, which two statements are correct when traffic matches the default implicit SD-WAN rule? Choose 2. A. Traffic has matched none of the FortiGate policy routes. B. Matched traffic failed RPF and was caught by the rule. C. An absolute SD-WAN rule was defined and matched traffic. D. The FIB lookup resolved interface was the SD-WAN member interface. Answer: A, D. Question 2. What would best describe the SD-WAN traffic shaping mode that bases itself on a percentage of available bandwidth? A. Per IP shaping mode. B. Reverse policy shaping mode. C. Interface-based shaping mode. D. Shared policy shaping mode. Answer: D. Question 3. Which statement is correct about the SD-WAN and ADVPN? A. ADVPN interface can be a member of SD-WAN interface. B. Dynamic VPN is not supported as an SD-WAN interface. C. Spoke support dynamic VPN as a static interface. D. Hub FortiGate is limited to use ADVPN as SD-WAN member interface. Answer: A. Question 4. Which statement reflects how BGP tags work with SD-WAN rules? A. BGP tags match the SD-WAN rule based on the order that these rules were installed. B. BGP tags require that the adding of static routes be enabled on all ADVPN interfaces. C. Route tags are used for a BGP community and the SD-WAN rules are assigned the same tag. D. VPN topologies are formed using only BGP dynamic routing with SD-WAN. Answer: A. Question 5. Which components make up the secure SD-WAN solution? A. Application, antivirus, and URL, and SSL inspection. B. Data center, branch offices, and public cloud. C. FortiGate, FortiManager, FortiAnalyzer, and FortiDeploy. D. Telephone, ISDN, and telecom network. Answer: C. Question 6. Which diagnostic command can you use to show the SD-WAN rules interface information and state? A. Diagnose SYS virtual WAN link neighbor. B. Diagnose SYS virtual WAN link route tag list. C. Diagnose SYS virtual WAN link member. D. Diagnose SYS virtual WAN link service. Answer: C. Question 7. Which two reasons make forward error correction, FEC, ideal to enable in a Phase 1 VPN interface? Choose 2. A. FEC transmits the original payload in full to recover the error in transmission. B. FEC improves reliability which overcomes adverse WAN conditions such as noisy links. C. FEC is useful to increase speed at which traffic is routed through IPsec tunnels. D. FEC transmits additional packets as redundant data to the remote device. E. FEC reduces the stress on the remote device jitter buffer to reconstruct packet loss. Answer. B, D. Question 8. Which three parameters are available to configure SD-WAN rules? Choose 3. A. Application signatures. B. Type of physical link connection. C. URL categories. D. Source and destination IP address. E. Internet Service Database, ISDB, address object. Answer. 8. Question 9. What are the two minimum configuration requirements for an outgoing interface to be selected once the SD-WAN logical interface is enabled? Choose 2. A. Specify incoming interfaces in SD-WAN rules. B. Specify outgoing interface routing cost. C. Configure SD-WAN rules interface preference. D. Select SD-WAN balancing strategy. Answer. B, C. Question 10. Which statement about using BGP routes in SD-WAN is true? A. Adding static routes must be enabled on all ADVPN interfaces. B. VPN topologies must be formed using only BGP dynamic routing with SD-WAN. C. Learned routes can be used as dynamic destinations in SD-WAN rules. D. Dynamic routing protocols can be used only with non-encrypted traffic. Answer. C.